Welcome everyone. To use the camera, let's start by opening up the camera app, and from here we have all of the modes of the camera, and you can tap or swipe to switch between them. Let's start in the photo mode, and to take a picture there's a couple of ways. You can either click and release the volume buttons, so just click release and you can see it's going to snap a picture. We can also tap this white circle here, boom, and if you're doing a selfie shot you can get your hands, and if you have your palm out that can be used to take a picture, and I'll show that in a little bit. If you are in a photo mode but you really quickly need to start recording a video, if you long press this white dot here, so I'm going to long press, you can see it started the recording of a video, and you must keep your finger down to keep the video going. If you need to release your finger from the screen and you don't want to stop the recording, if you swipe your finger to the lock, you can now record hands-free, and you can pause and stop right here. There we go. If you want to take a burst picture, so this is a lot of pictures at once, then where the white circle is, you're going to swipe to the right and just keep your finger held down, and you can see the amount of pictures, boom, there we go, and you can see all of those pictures right here. And if you tap on this here, you can select which one you want to use by tapping the crown icon. So I'm just going to tap this and crown it, and then that will be used as the best shot in the burst. But at any time you can go through and just select what you want, and you can also download these ones as individual photos, delete. And if we go out of here, you can notice we have this icon here, and by tapping on this icon you can flip the camera. So I'm going to be using the front camera now, and I tap the flip, and now I'm using the rear camera. If there is something you want to focus on, then you can just tap on the screen here to focus on a specific area. And let's say my hand, just tap on the hand and it will focus on the hand. Okay, if you select the focus, you can also adjust the brightness, so you can lower it, brighten it, and if you tap the lock, you can lock the focus so it won't change until you unlock it, like that. On the Z Fold 5, there are multiple front cameras, so if you want to use the front camera in this screen here, what you'll need to do is you'll need to fold your Z Fold 5 like this. We're going to double click the power button to open up the camera, and if we just tap on the flip button here, there we go, we can now use this better front camera. But with the Z Fold 5 you can use the rear cameras as a selfie camera, and to do this, make sure you tap on the flip button until you see the rear camera system is enabled. Then you're either going to tap on this cover screen icon or the selfie icon, and it's going to turn on the cover screen preview, and just flip your Z Fold 5 around and we can see my face right here, and it's using this rear camera system. And if you swipe where the lock is, we can now use the rear camera as a selfie camera, and we can see the preview right here. While you are in the selfie mode, if you take your palm out and just show it on screen, I'm just going to get my palm out. I don't think this camera is recognizing it, so I'm going to very quickly, so if you get your palm out and it's recognized, you can see it will take a picture hands free. And this is really useful if you're like really far away, and like, I mean, you can't really press that button, but you can get your palm out and boom, it's going to take a picture. Sometimes the palm detection is glitched, and so it will detect a palm when it doesn't exist. Just keep that one in mind, but really cool. I use that one all the time. I'm going to go out of this, so I'm just going to click the power button twice, and I'm going to go back into the camera app. When we're in the photo mode, there are a bunch of things we can customize. So first of all, we have the flash, and if you tap on the flash, you can set this from off to auto to always on, and if the flash is on, it will only activate when you are taking a picture like that, otherwise it will remain off. Then we have a timer. So let's say you want to get that group photo in, you set the timer and it will have a countdown before the picture is taken. Then have the aspect ratio. So if we tap on this one, you can select the width and height. So by default it's set to 3:4, and you can set this to 9:16. If you flip the phone around, you can see it will set that to 16:9, and just tap on the mode to change the crop. I personally either use 16:9 or 4:3. This 50 megapixel option will just give you the best looking pictures available. You have the motion photo. So if we snap a photo with motion photo on, it's going to take a photo and then also a little video. So if we tap on the preview and view motion photo, you can see it takes 2 seconds, and you can also turn on sound, so take the photo and a little video afterwards. I personally don't have that one on. And then we have the filters, so you can select all these filters and swipe to adjust their strength. I personally just use original. And face filters, so if we turn these ones on, it would be best if I show my face while doing this, so this camera sucks. So if we go back here and we tap the filters, and we can adjust how the filters will make my face look. Now these adjustments, I don't know if you can see here, look at my jaw as I swipe the jawline. You can see my jaw is widening or tightening. The higher the jawline number, the tighter it will make it look. And you can just play around with this, select the stuff you want, and then snap the picture when you're ready. And so I'm just going to go out of here. If you're using the rear cameras here, you will notice you have zooms, and these are for the 3 camera lenses. So 0.6 is an ultra wide. It will capture more on the screen, but the downside is the quality will be lower than the 1x, and the 3x is better for zoom, but again the quality will be lower than the 1x, so use the 1x unless you need to zoom in or go ultra wide. Now let's move over to the video mode here. So I'm going to just flip the phone back to the rear. And so in the video mode, most of the options are the same. So we can click the volume buttons or just tap the video icon to start a video. This is the pause, so if you want to pause the recording, you can pause and then resume. The camera icon allows you to take a photo while the video is going on, so if you want to do that, you can do that there. This icon flips the camera, and you can flip the camera while recording, which is really cool if that's something you're interested in. You can even switch between the camera sensors while recording. Even iPhones can't do this, so if you want to switch the cameras you're using, only if you're recording on the rear cameras is this available. And you have the stop button when you're ready, the volume button will act as a start and stop as well. Then we have the options at the top. So flash is the same, but this one here, this is super steady. So this is image stabilization. So if you're shaking a lot, you can notice that the footage stays really steady, but this is not always recommended. The main reason why is it will lower the quality of the video if you are in lower lights, and even if you're in better light, won't look as good. The aspect ratio is the same as photo. And then we have the video quality. So the higher the better is the rule of thumb. You see 30 and 60. 30 is more of a movie style recording. 60 will make the video smoother, and that's frame rate. And then quality here, so 8K is the highest quality, HD is the lowest. For this video I'm actually using UHD 60, and so you have high resolution, smooth frame rate, so everything looks smooth, everything looks crisp. And of course you have the cover screen preview if you would like. We also have the auto framing. So imagine you're walking across the room, the camera will automatically lock onto you, and so it'll just keep you in frame. Imagine you have like a camera which tracks you essentially, but it's limited to, you know, as far as the camera can see. You also have the portrait mode. This is essentially a picture, but it will blur the background. And so if we go to the cover screen preview here, and I flip the phone around, it's just going to add a natural blur around me. So I'm just going to take a picture. And so if we take a look here, you can see it's blurred, the background, and it is done with the post-processing. You can see right here. And of course we can switch to zooms. Maybe a little bit too close there, but we know, ready, and we snap the picture like that. And these are customizations for the portrait mode if you want to change those here. And of course you have the regular photo settings that you would get in the photo mode. If I swipe across them all here, these are just extra modes you can play with. Night mode will turn on by default on the camera app without having to tap on night if, you know, the phone recommends a night photo. And in that case you just have to hold the phone still for a couple of seconds while the night mode is being taken. And these are just advanced modes: slow motion, time lapse. Portrait video is that portrait photo mode but for video, and single tape will just take photos and videos like when it sees fit. If we go back to, you know, regular photo mode here, and I'm going to flip the camera around and unlock, there is also this icon at the left, and if you tap this, you can see the preview or just a quick glance at the pictures or videos you've taken. You can see right here at the left, and you can tap on them to select. Now with the Z Fold 5, this phone folds. So let's say you just want an ultra steady picture. If you fold your Z Fold 5 like this and just rest it down, you can see right here, you can use the phone as a tripod. Okay, so we'll just select, you know, whatever photo mode we want to take, and I mean, look how ultra steady this is. Okay, that's way better than your hands. You can tap to take a picture like this, and the extra icon you have is this arrow, and if you tap on the arrow, you can just change where the preview for your photo is, so at the top or at the bottom. And we can snap the picture, boom. Same with video. It's extremely cool in my opinion. Now let's play with the settings. So let's go into the camera settings here, and Scene Optimizer. This will just enhance your photos and make them look better. You want to make sure this is on. Shot Suggestions, I wouldn't turn that one on. It just gives you tips and tricks on how to take pictures, which most likely you don't need, even if you are a complete beginner. Scan QR codes. If you place a QR code in the frame of the camera, it will auto scan it, and this is on by default. Then we have the pictures here. So swipe shutter button 2. I showed in the video, you can take a burst shot, which is what we did, but you can also create a GIF. And a GIF is kind of like a video and a photo, a little bit of in between. You can select that if you want to, but burst is what I'd recommend. Watermark. So if we turn this one on, and then we tap on the watermark option, you can have the model name show up in your watermark. You can customize your font and alignment, and this is a sample. So if you take a picture, it's just going to add that text there that stays, and if we edit here, we can, have our name. So Saunderverse, boom, save, and there we go, just like that. Every picture will have my name engraved, and so someone can't remove that. But you can also set the date and time if you want. Save selfies as previewed. So if I turn this one off, and this is off by default, let's say I take a selfie, not with this camera. So I'm gonna just quickly use these rear cameras here. So just take a look at my face, and look at where my finger is. So my finger's to the left, okay? But you can see it's gonna flip it. So my finger's now to the right. It seemed to make my finger disappear, I must admit. Try again. There you can see it flips it to the right. And so if you're trying to take a picture, sometimes it just looks weird. So if we go into the settings, by saving selfies as previewed, what you see in the preview is what it will take. Auto FPS, so if you're in low light conditions, it may play around with the frame rate, increase it or reduce it most likely in order to get better quality. Stabilization, so this is just regular stabilization. I'd recommend you keep this one on. This will reduce the shake. But if your phone is on a tripod, it will crop into the image, so only if you're on a tripod, which is what I'm on, then turn that one off. And then the advanced video here, so HDR10, I have this one on. It captures really high quality video. High efficiency video, I have this one on, and I recommend you prioritize the video quality here, but you can select saving space. But if you do that, your computer, especially your Windows computer, may not be able to view your videos, or older devices or friends may not be able to view them. Zoom in mic, so if you zoom in the video, it will kind of enhance the audio which is far away and lower the audio which is close to you. 360 audio, I recommend you have that one off. If you have Bluetooth headphones, it will sound better, but I'm not seeing the point there. Then you have the general settings, so autofocus here, tracking. Let's say you tap on a face to pull it in focus, then by turning this one on, it will always keep that face in focus, even if they move. Grid lines just adds lines to the preview of the camera in the grid. Location tags, in the properties of the photo, you'd be able to see the location. So if we take the picture and we view it, in the triple dots and then details, it will have the location information. We have the shooting methods, and so the volume buttons we discussed as picture or video, but you can reprogram this if you would like to, right here. And voice commands, if you say these certain words, it will take a picture or start the recording. The floating shutter button, if this is on, you can move this button wherever you want. So let's say, tapping that one is hard. Just move this and boom, tap. This one won't move, but this one will. Okay. So we can long press and delete if we want. And then finally, if I go to the shooting methods, show palm. So just put your palm out. It will, for selfie pictures or videos, start a selfie picture or start a selfie video. So here is the ultimate guide. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I will answer them. Please do check existing comments to see if your questions have already been answered before you leave one. And hopefully this video helped you out. Bye bye.